guys, my name is Escarla. Welcome back to my channel. This is my little crafty corner of the universe where I like to document my making. Mostly that's knitting, spinning, crocheting, pretty much fiber arts related content. So if you're into that, definitely subscribe to the channel. And if you're returning, welcome back. This week, we're going to be tackling Clue 3 of Stephen West's Mystery Knit-Along Shawl for 2024 called Go Dynamo. And we have quite a bit of knitting ahead of us. If you haven't watched the past videos and you're just finding this one, definitely check out the playlist down below so you can catch up to Clue 3, which is coming up now. But without further ado, I'll pass you on over to past Escarla on Clue release day. Hi. It's Saturday and I haven't gotten anything done yet for Clue 3. That's a little bit dangerous because, you know, obviously it takes a while to knit these clues and I only have a few days to get this done so that I can edit on time. So I'm praying to the knitting gods that this goes well and that I'm able to finish on time. It's Rhinebeck weekend and I am living vicariously through everybody's Instagram stories. I'm very jealous that I'm not there, having major FOMO. I've gone the past like 3 years, so it's become a little bit of a routine and it's just so nice to be upstate at that time. It's such a beautiful time of year, all the fall foliage and all that. And obviously just being around a bunch of fiber freaks, people addicted to sheep and wool and yarn and all the goodness. So also the Brussels sprout stand there, I think they're called the Brussels Boys, is so freaking good. I highly recommend if you ever go to Rhinebeck, get the Brussels sprouts. But yeah, I'm not there, I'm here, and maybe we'll go next year, we'll see. Not that I need any fiber and not that I need any more fleeces. I have quite a bit of things to spin. So anyway, I am going to get started. I'm going to watch Steven's video and knit along with him, even though I could read the pattern and do it that way, but it's just a little bit more fun to do it with Steven. So let's get to that.
We're going to add some short rows to the shawl. We're going to use both colors, main color and contrast color. And this section is really fun because we get to see bigger blocks of each color. Not tiny little stripes, but if you've got those variegated
Okay, so I've done some knitting and I see what we're doing. I really like it. It's pretty cool. I like that it's kind of larger sections of color, but essentially we are creating these little scalloped triangles. At this point, this is just going to repeat all throughout the edge of the shawl. So I think the knitting is much simpler this week. I didn't really time how long anything took, but I'm just going to knit the rest of the night. I mean, it's already kind of late. It's 11:30, but I'll probably stay up till maybe 1 or 2. We'll see, and get as much done as I can. I do want to thank you guys, by the way, for all of the recommendations on shows to watch. I have a little list going now that I can refer to when I'm looking for something to watch. So I really appreciate that. If you're looking for something to watch while you're knitting, definitely check out the comment section of my Clue 2 video. And there's tons of recommendations there. So thank you guys so much for that. I am currently still watching Downton Abbey. I'm up to season 2, episode 6. I pretty much started when I started this shawl, so we're making some progress there. But since I have to focus a lot on what I'm doing, it's nice to be able to watch something that doesn't require my attention. Since I've already watched the show, I won't like pause knitting to see what's happening on the screen, and essentially I get to knitting a little bit faster. So yeah, I think for tonight we'll watch that and keep working on this. It's pretty cool. I really like what we're doing. Yeah, so I'm just gonna knit and I'll check in at the end of the night before I go to bed and show you how far I got. So it's already Wednesday. I literally don't know how that happened. I started this clue late, so I didn't really get a head start. And it's just honestly kind of felt like the clue from hell because it's taken so freaking long. I've already done quite a bit. As you can see, I've done all of that. So most of the shawl is done. I'm way past the halfway point, but I still have about this much to do. So I think this could get done in about 2 hours-ish. We will see, but I don't know. I had really high hopes for this clue because I thought it would be quicker. And it has been less knitting, I think, than the other clues. But the fact that this is short rows, you're constantly flipping back and forth. You're constantly like placing and removing your stitch marker, and it just takes a while. And it's repetitive, so it's a little bit mind-numbing. I really love the way it looks, so I think the effort is worth the results. But yeah, I thought this would take less time personally, and it's just taken me a while. So I feel like I haven't really been filming all that much for this clue because it just feels so repetitive. I don't want to keep filming the same thing over and over again. So I've just kind of taken a break and focused on just getting the knitting done. But today is the last day I have to finish this and get this done on time. Luckily, not much left to do. So let's get our ish together and work on this. And I have some jitter juice to keep me nice and fueled. So let's pray I can finish this quickly enough so that I can be done today. I don't want to finish tomorrow. So yeah, let's just get to it and do our best. So as of right now, 5:21 p.m. I will check back in when I am completed. I might do a couple of like B-rolly shots, but I'll actually come back and talk to you when I'm all set.
The next day.
Hello, so it's Thursday morning. I am still working on getting caffeinated. I didn't really sleep very much, but I am calling this the underestimated clue because something went wrong and I don't know how this happened, but essentially I had to knit a few more triangles of each color than was called for in the pattern. So at some point I ended up with extra stitches, or at some point I didn't decrease. I don't know what happened, but I feel like I specifically remember counting before I started the triangle rows, but I must have counted wrong because otherwise it doesn't make any sense. I've done the repeats correctly. I've double checked everything. And yeah, my stitch count was off somehow. It still looks very much the same as everybody else's work. I just ended up with more triangles, but because of that, I ran into a problem. So the last repeat of the pattern is supposed to end with the main color, and mine ended with the contrast color. Now, a few triangles ahead of time, I was double checking my count to make sure I ended with a correct amount of stitches, because you're supposed to end with the last I-cord 3 stitches on your left needle. And at the moment, my brain didn't realize that if I were to end on a contrast color, the edge would be wrong. Like, I won't have that nice angled point. So that was the problem I ran into last night. I didn't want to work on a final triangle last night. I was pretty exhausted and honestly kind of frustrated. But today I will just finish that last triangle. I'll do that right now and finish the clue. So we're done pretty much, but yeah, I ran into some problems. I'll count the triangles I have and let you guys know how off my stitch count was. But so for the main color section, you do need like 3 stitches at the base, which I don't have. So I'm gonna have to dip into the work and just pick up 3 stitches wherever makes the most sense so that I'm actually able to build out this triangle, because otherwise I'll be going into my I-cord stitches, which I don't want to do. So that's what happens with knitting. Sometimes you make mistakes and you just have to figure out how to fix them. So almost done. Let's wrap it up. Okay, done. So not the smoothest edge here. I did the like grafting and I did something wrong. I don't really care anymore. I just want to finish this thing and be done with it. So officially done. This is the wrong side, hold on. There we go. Here's the finished clue 3. I really love the results of this, but I gotta be honest, I did not enjoy knitting this very much. I'm gonna put it on, so yeah, it pretty much already looks like a finished object. I don't know what clue 4 is gonna bring, because at this point, this is pretty big. However, the shape is just like a long, it's not a rectangle, but it's giving like long scarf, you know, not really a shawl. So I don't know what we're going to be doing this week. I feel like because we have I-cord edging all around, we might do something up here where we started off, or we might be like picking up maybe in between these triangles, which I hope not, because I'm just over this edge. I'm very annoyed at my stitch count. I highly, highly recommend to double check your stitch count before you start clue 3, or at this point it will be section 7 once the pattern is released fully. Because yeah, I don't know what happened. I screwed up somehow and ended up with more stitches than I needed. And actually, let's count how many stitches, or let's count how many triangles I actually ended up with. So for the main color, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. I ended up with 23 main color triangles and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. And 22 contrast colors. So that's like a whole 5 extra triangles. So I had to knit more than most of you guys, which is unfair. So count your stitches before you start it, avoid my mistakes, and yeah, I don't know what happened. So I'm looking forward to clue 4. Here, let's put this back on. So see, I could kind of just wear this like a scarf already. Anyway, looking forward to clue 4. I'm looking forward to finishing this project at this point. I feel like with any mystery knit along, like the first 2 weeks are really exciting. And then after that, you kind of start, you know, your momentum and your energy levels start going down. So I'm definitely feeling it. I'm ready to finish the shawl, but I do have a lot of ends to weave in still. And then Clue 4 was released this morning, so more catching up to do. I'm glad I'm finishing on time, so I'm not really behind or anything, because I do want to wrap this up with everybody else. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know down below what you thought of this third clue. Again, I think it's visually striking, but doing it wasn't very fun. I feel like this wouldn't be a very travel-friendly project, is what I'm trying to say, especially for Clue 3, because you're flipping back and forth, so it requires you managing this entire shawl and then having to deal with turning it around. However, some people did use a double-pointed needle for the kind of triangle portion so that they didn't have to, you know, move quite as much. But I just knit with my regular long needles. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate you being here and watching until the end. Stay tuned. Next week will be the last video for Clue 4. We'll wrap up this MKAL season with a beautiful finished shawl. Again, I am really loving it. Maybe I don't love that it just looks like a big scarf. I wanted more of a shawl shape, you know what I'm saying? But maybe Clue 4 has that for us. So stay tuned. I'll see you guys next week. If you haven't done so already, please consider subscribing to the channel. And you can also find me on Instagram at Starseed Creations. And yeah, I'll see you guys next week. Happy knitting. Bye.